It took 3 or 4 lunch breaks for it to end up looking like that. I got this really nice looking steering wheel from Troy that I got the other stuff from there, that nice gentleman with the Mustang in one of my other videos there. So we just sanded it real good, took the Comet, and that's all there was to it. All right, another lunch break project. Here's my steering wheel I bought, or I got, and actually it's in really, really, really good shape. It's got one little tiny little place like that on it. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna try to sand that right there a little bit. And we're gonna see how that right there comes out. That may not be suitable, but we're gonna try it right here. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a red Scotch-Brite. I'm gonna get the old Comet. Ain't no sense in buying that high-priced sanding gel. Just get you some Comet on something like this here, so that'll clean it and help sand it also. Just putting a little bit of that on it. Rub it in there. And here we go. Be surprised what that Comet does. It'll clean it all off there real good. Figured I'd save you about 15 or 20 minutes of me sanding this blasted thing. Steering wheels are so hard to sand because they're just cracks everywhere. Now just gonna put it in here on the sink. We all go to lunch at different times, so let's hear that background over there. Turn it on. All right, after I got looking at it, it's got like a coating on it, so I'm gonna take me some etch primer and spray around this part right here. It feels like it's got like places, I guess, maybe where rings, people had rings or whatever on their hands. So we're gonna put that on there just because. And then also to where I can see if that will crack right there. Going to maybe that, see, that's just so fine. You can't even see it. So we'll sand that right there down. We'll let that dry. And then maybe tomorrow I'll sand that and we can paint it. This editing is kicking my butt. This little section here is out of order, but hey, it's just a little sneak peek. I'm taking this triple aught steel wool, and I'm gonna clean this thing right here up as much as I can now that I've got all the paint and everything off of it. It's still pretty rough, but I don't know that I'm gonna mind that. I'll try to find somebody that could re-chrome it, but honestly, to me, I would rather have it a little bit pitted and being an original piece as I would to be a shiny brand new one. But I mean, that's just me. One thing, this thing had this black stuff inside of it. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna tape that up and I'm actually gonna fill that full of panel bond and put that black in there once I finish getting all this right here sanded and stuff. And if you'll see the parts I've done, I mean, it don't look bad. I mean, it is a 1964 model. I mean, dang, what's it supposed to look like? Okay, back to the steering wheel. That horn button, remember that though, because it'll come into play here in a minute, because I'll have that part in the wrong place. But luckily enough, I'm fortunate enough to work in the shop, so I was able to put it in the booth, and that way I can bake this paint on the steering wheel. Yeah, I got it all ready. Got it hung up there. Got it hanging around through there, so now all I gotta do is just wait Make sure when the painters get here that I don't mess them up. I can put this in here and we'll turn the bake on and get this thing painted. Guess what color I'm gonna paint it? Alright, I'm back here costing the painter girl money. But I told her I wanted to paint it. So I'm gonna let her do this video. And thanks, Paula.
You're welcome. Safety first.
Blame steering wheel's harder to paint than the whole entire car. And on top of that, I felt like I'd been on some kind of tilt-a-whirl roller coaster or something. Every time I kept spinning around and around this thing. On. I think it looks pretty good. It's sure enough good enough for who it's for. No, really, this guy's gonna be pretty picky on this deal. Alright, clear. Hang on tight, baby. So far, so good. I don't see any goop them up them. That's what I'm talking about. Check that shiny pig air out. Heck yeah. That is most definitely good enough for this sport. Let's see if it looks like it did when I come out of there. Hot dang! Woo! Look at that! Oh my goodness.
Brand new.
Exactly.
Prettier than brand new.
Yeah, and cheaper. No, and inexpensive. I don't know if you can tell this or not, but look at that flow indicator. That's just the right amount before it come running all off in the floor. Perfect. I think the steering wheel will come out nice. It's Ragoon red, which all the rest of the interior dash and all that stuff, that's what color it'll be. Now, on my Sprint, originally it has like a wood grain steering wheel on it. And since this is not going to be an actual original car, I'm going to paint it red. Believe it or not, I picked up this old original horn button, Sprint horn button, had it on Marketplace for $30. My grandfather would roll over in his grave if I didn't at least try to Jew the man, so I ended up getting it for $20. I said, I'm in. Well, I don't really know if this will work or not, but that's going to be a pain to get all that out of them right there. So I've got this old Mustang one, and I'm going to put some of this bumper stripper that I found out in the barn. It's probably been in there for 2 or 3 years when I used to do stuff on the side, and I don't do anything but sleep on the side now. And I'm going to see if that'll strip that off, because I'm trying to get this one right here all cleaned up that I picked up, if you remember, and I set in one of the back part of the other video, 20 bucks, can't believe it. So I'm gonna put a little of that stripper on this other one and see how that works. And then also in the process, I'm gonna smooth this steering wheel. I found a steering wheel that was in great shape, not a crack, anything yet, just a chip or two on it. And I'm gonna sand it down and get it ready. I'm gonna go ahead and paint it. Well, I guess plan number 2. Check it out. Yeah, I said I've been there forever. It's a brand new kid. No, it's done. It dried up. I can't believe it. Okay, as I said before, I've been having some phone issues, but hey, I believe I've got them fixed now. But I got them fixed, unfortunately, after I did this, and it didn't record not one of the recordings that I did. It only just took the pictures. So I put the stripper on there. I actually had to put it on there twice, but it did come off really good. The paint come out of it really good. But then I was shocked. This junk right here in the middle of it, it's like, what in the world is that stuff? And ended up having to dig all that stuff out, and that was a major pain. All right, well, you always want to do a test piece. I'm trying to get this black out of there, and I did this the other day. Sprayed a little of this bumper stripper on there, took it right out of there. Shouldn't be hard. This is old lacquer stuff. So I'm taking this bumper stripper, making sure I got it in there good. And just want to spray that on there. Let that set a minute while I go back inside and make my wife a little money. And I'll be back. Well, let's see what this does. Must be gonna take a little more than that other one was. It did a pretty good job. Not good enough, though. Put another coat. Well, it come pretty good. Still got some pitting and stuff in it, but that's fine. I'd rather have original on it because I might see if I could get this one re-chromed. I know you probably couldn't tell maybe this one from a remanufactured one, but I just want a real one on it. Nothing wrong with the remanufactured one, I just want a real one on it. But check this out. When I cleaned that right there out, it was like it had some kind of real hard caulking or something that filled that up right there. So I had to figure out something with that right there. I'm sure I'll figure something out. Again, I apologize for the still pictures and the voiceovers because I did not record a video one and didn't realize it until after it was already over. But I taped that up with some fine line tape, and I actually filled that up with some stuff called panel bond. It's 3M panel bond, and it actually done pretty good. I ended up putting 2 coats on it 2 different days apart. And I think it come out pretty good. And see there, I am really on my lunch break right there, see? So I wasn't happy with how the black smoothed out. So I went and taped that thing back up again, which is a pain. And I put a little putty on it. And I should be able just to take some 180 and smooth that right up. And then hopefully we'll be getting the black in these things today. Now that's much better. Got that all smoothed in there, primed that in there, got all this taped up. Now I just got to cut it out. I would do this fast thing, but this phone is, and I'm gonna have to upgrade my phone here or something. So I'm gonna have to go find me an X-Acto knife, cut all them out. This thing will be painted out after a while. Oh my goodness, this is terrible. I taped all that up. Now I'm going and cutting the little circles out. And then once I get them cut out, I'll have to go back. I'll have to go back and trim them up nicer. But they're coming out pretty good. And then see, I just go like that right there, and boom, I got it. This is gonna take forever. Okay, finally got this thing taped up. Oh my goodness, took all lunch. Now, I didn't tape up this, I didn't even try to do that. I'm gonna take some double aught or triple aught steel wool and just clean that off. But I am gonna take just a little bit of etching primer and just throw just a little bit of the etching primer on that. It's been sanded a little bit in there because of the, you know, just scraping it all off, but not really putting a lot on it, just enough to say I put a little bit on it. And always turn you upside down and clean it out to where it won't be stopped up when you use it next time. And then, not real sure if it's technically supposed to be gloss black or flat black, but my car, I'm gonna paint it gloss. So we'll see. And I'm not technically for sure if the little rectangle things on the end, these pieces right here are actually supposed to be painted or black. Most of them I've seen on there wasn't painted, honestly. But again, I want them to be black. So I'm gonna paint them black. And then the good thing about it is, if I don't like them, I'll just take it back off there. It wasn't like I didn't take it all off anyway.
So there we go. Let that dry a little bit. Maybe put another coat on it. Then the hardest part's gonna be cleaning that back off, but I don't think that'll be that big a deal. Bam, and we've got it. Okay, so I go over there to get my horn button out of the spray booth over there. I let them bake it while she was painting a car back there. And I was on my way walking over there, and I thought, oh, you big dummy. Had one of them brain farts. Check it out. I should have taped that up like I did the last time, and just took and used his touch-up brush to put the black in them Sprint, because you would never be able to tell if it was touched up or not. But no, not me. So now I've got to clean all of that right there off, and I hope I don't mess it all up. Maybe doing that centerpiece again. I hope not. But anyway, I don't know. My goodness, the mind's a terrible thing, I guess.
Once again, I'm making an excuse for my phone. It did not tape a bit of me trying to get all that black off the inside of that. Oh my goodness, took, I think, a lunch and a half to do that. And again, I want to thank you for watching our channel. I hope you do enjoy watching my build on this car, and hopefully maybe you could pick up a little something that I've done. Good night.